doing today? We're going beach fishing, and fellow shaggers, you're saying, well mate, what do you use, shagger, when you actually go fishing off the beach? Well, today I'm actually using my 16 pound leader, because you don't know what you're going to get. You may get tailor, bream, salmon, anything up here in the North Coast. So I'm fishing at a Coast Harbour off the beaches today. I'm using that. I've got my different types of soft plastics, which I'm using again. The D's Minnow, the bad shad. I've got my nuclear chicken, which I really go well on the nuclear chicken. I think it's that colour, just as a hormone, it just gets him going, the flashing of colours. My smoky shad, and again my motor oil. Also I've got a couple of the bodies, which the atomics I'll be throwing out all the way here. Got the secret weapon, I'm going to bomb that out there. They're hard to get. I'm not taking my exist out today, which you'll probably see it's in the car. I've got my exist, which is, 8 and 8 on the back of my little rod there. The reaction, I've just been putting it all together. Put that back on because I was just going to get ready for the estuary, which is good. And I've just got my standard Albi stuff through here, which I've got my measurer, some other stuff there, some pliers and that stuff. It's all going to be catch and release today, and I've got a couple of jig heads in there for the soft plastics. So also always put your sunblock on, mate. Be safe. It's not a plug for Bunnings, but they come free when you shop there, so you always grab a handful, you know what I mean? Any promo stuff. Okay, so here at the moment, here shaggers, I've got my my atomic, which I'll be chucking off there. I've got my Solstice, which you'll see here, which is the 4000, which I'm using a 16 pound leader, but 16 pound braid as well. Okay, still like a bit of light there. And I've got my lovely rod, ZenQ Pulsar Ansar Jawbreaker. So we get anything. It's light enough to flick the lures off the beach, and heavy enough to hit the heavy stuff as well. It can take anything, because especially in these North Coast beaches, anything's liable to come in. So we're going to go through and we'll give it a go and see if we can get a bit of action. Always like this, coming to a beach and you're walking up, you don't know. Some people study the beach before. I'm a bit of a hit and miss guy. I can feel the breeze in my face now, so that means I'll be maybe up against it, casting out some long distances. Again, that's why I'll throw the heavy stuff out. And I always looking. So we'll come up here and we'll see what the beach presents to us, because you've got to read a beach. I know you watch all these other videos and all the bits and pieces all the way. That's the art of the chase. All right, so we're coming onto the beach now. We come through, we have a look, we go, gosh, it's low tide. Gee, Shaggy, you come at the wrong tide. So we come down here, we're going to have a look at the beach. Not a lot around. It's going to be hard. We're going to go for a walk because we're out and about, and we'll just see. Interesting. Always like walking through. This is like, it's like the days, isn't it? Hey? Walking through here like this, just getting to the beach. Half the journey. Yes, I know I've got to take the elastics off the trebles, guys, so just for safety wise. It's a brand new lure, so I'm just going to be chucking it out and see how it goes. Water temperature's good. Actually coming down here. But again, we're right up against it because it's low tide. And we might have to come back and suss it all out another time. But it's the thrill of the chase, isn't it? Look at this. So when you're walking along the beach now, other than dogs and people, which sometimes can be your worst or your best friends, because you're fishing, you're working around, walking around and going, how you going, mate? Caught anything? No. How you going? So after about 15-30 people in the last 30 minutes, you're just going, gosh, where's my solitude? Where is it all? I just want solitude. All I want to do is just fish and give it a go, but you can't. And you look at this through here, as I said, wrong tide, but we'll see. We'll see what we're looking at. So when you look at this beach, what are you looking at? Looking at people walking, dogs, but you're looking for the areas where there's no breaks. And where there's no breaks, That's called the, well, how it was explained to me, they're the highways of the beach. So people can come in and out, or the fish come in and out, and we fish those areas. Now, when you look at this beach, this whole expanded beach, all the way through here, I can actually see one spot to my left which might produce, which is straight over here. It might be about a little bit out, and we'll see if that holds anything. So you've actually got to look back here and just go, where is it? Again, wrong tide. But I've been doing packing and everything for a whole week, and I just wanted to get out and just give it a go and unload. So I'm going to walk down there. I'm going to start pump a few out just to see what's lurking in that gutter. You never know if you never go. Beach here, guys, and look at this gutter. They call it the highway. The highway of the beach. It's low tide, I know, and it's a bit of a shocker to actually come down here. But you can see the highway, all the deep water all the way through here, which will produce the fish. Not specifically now at the wrong time, in my opinion. I've got my little pippy on here, but again, wrong place, wrong time. Just had an itch because of my arm injury. I've been injured for quite a while and haven't been able to throw anything, so I'm coming down here very shortly just to have a few with my friend the dog and see where we progress. But I don't hold out much promise. I'll plan it better next time. Okay, we're fishing through here. Another day of paradise. There. Okay, so we're giving it a go. As I said, nothing going. I even put the pippy on, a little pipperama. You know what I mean? To try and entice some of our little morsels down through here, but no luck. That's fishing, guys. Yeah, so anyway, look, we've given it a go. When you come down the beach, you've got to read the beach. This is the main thing, reading the beach and the tides and the times. Sometimes you're just itching to get out there like me today, and as I said, I haven't fished for quite a while because of my arm injury. I just wanted to give it a go. As I said, I got this, quite pleased with the Saltus 4000 and the rod, the old jawbreaker. Doing this pippy, they're bloody hard to use, I tell you what. Just with this a lot of wave action, I think I might test it in the estuaries. I tested a few today, just with my arm, just for casting. Again, it was only hit out. I used the pippy, I used the hard body, and also a Zedman lure, just in this gutter here. Didn't produce anything, but that's not what fishing is about. When you watch the shagger, there's not 7,000 edits. It's what you see is what you get. And you look at the expanse of this beach all the way through here, there's not one place to fish really, except for here. So when you always stand up the top up there and have a look, but pick your tides. I like the pippies here because I see the pippies matching the pippies here. It looks like it buries. See how it's burying action through there? And that's just the lure. And that's why I just wanted to try and flick something out today to simulate what a pippy does. So it's actually not a bad action. If you look at the life of a pippy, if I put that lure down like that there, here we go here, and it's sitting it actually sits in there well, up like that, and then it starts to bury. It's actually starting to bury itself a bit there, just like how it gets washed out into the surf. Now, with that action there, you throw that just on the edge of this sandbank, well here there's the gutter to go into there, so it's like it's being washed, it's washed in. There's all the different colours of these pippies, again, to try and match the pippies where you're fishing on the beach. I've got the little stinger on there, but I do like the action. I do like, and then when I'm pulling it through the water, I'm pulling the water, I do see how it's lying like that? I'm actually pulling that through like that to get that to that action. That little bit of red flares up, and hopefully then a whiting bream or a dart would get that. But you can't, this is just a simulated bait. Really, fresh first lure, you know, it's your call. And then that action again, you're putting that in through here like this, and it's just glowing down like that. Good balance. And that going into the gutter like that, that just says, let's hit me, I'm food tight. I'm going to give it another go. There's not seagulls scaring the fish away. There's not dogs jumping in the water next to you. You got the North Coast helicopters. They're coming down and just buzzing everything. I don't know what's going on. And they're looking for me. I know the New South Wales Fisheries want to check licences. You know, hey guys, it is, I got it here, right here. Got me licence, they're checking it all the way through all the time. They just keep on giving on. It's alright boys. That's a fire. So now we're going to flex this little, come to the gutter. I'm going to throw sideways into this gutter now with the pippies, because there's nothing through here. So I'm just going to work this little hole here to see if there's anything coming along through here. And then we'll pull stumps and again get a beer and burger. Just wanted to give one more go. Just like that action. You know, the action was good. And the helicopter distracted me. You've got helicopters buzzing around everywhere. Oh, that's it. All this coastline, all this beach. Unbelievable. Actually it'd be pretty good at high tide in the morning. Might plan at Shaggers and see how the arm pulls up tomorrow and just see how we go. It's always good walking the beach in solitude. I don't mind it, you know, what fishing's all about. Fishing with your mates. Going to places like this really gives you a connection to the most basic things in life, isn't it? Sand dunes, natural fauna, flora. Got a few kangaroos around here at night time. The bird life, little estuaries. Next stage of life. Look at those rocks out there, eh? Imagine getting a little kayak, a little titty, and just pumping that around high tide. You know, they'll burly up. And we're actually going out there and fishing off the rocks and just working those rocks on there. I wonder, you know, if many people have done that. Ideas for young people, not people over 60. No doubt the helicopter will come past to pick you up anyway, so it'll be good. But it doesn't seem too far out there. Little sea kayak, you pull it out there, pull up on the rock or fish around those reefs around there. It looks like there's a few little reefs down there, and anything on the North Coast is pretty good because you get out there, you get Spaniards or whatever comes on that reef. I think it would be very productive. They launch their boats or their tinnies off the beach here. They've got tractors, and they've got the tractors and they pull it down the track, they launch off and go off the beach up there, and they ram it up on the trailer with the tractors at the surf club, and they take their boats home in the tractors. That's this beach here in Illawarra Headland and Mulloway and all that stuff there. Yeah, the locals have got it all set up really, really well. Nah, wrong tide, you know. I just come back from an arm injury, so I just wanted to see how I could cast and do all that stuff there, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I pulled the muscles on my arm, but I just said, oh, give it a go. But that's what happens is wrong time, wrong tide,
yeah,
wrong time.
My rod and Alvy reel hasn't touched the water in years.
Well, that's why I normally have an Alvy, but I bought this egg beater, you know, just to see how.
Good,
this one's all that stuff there in the rod and all that.
Yeah, no, they're good retrieve.
Yeah, they're good. That's why I just said to spin off
and
there.
If you want to do a bit of spinning,
well, that's what I was
going hard on.
That's right. I was using one of these little pippy thing lures, you know. But again, but it's got a good. They've got a good action.
Yeah.
Right. But again, wrong place, wrong time. Do you ever fish off that island? Anyone goes off there?
I don't know if they have much luck.
You could paddle. You could paddle out there.
I have done.
Yeah, really.
When
Yeah.
I first came here.
Yeah.
I had my longboard.
Yeah.
And I had a length of rope tied onto this as well.
Yeah.
So I had a really long leash.
Yeah.
The board floating around, away from the rocks.
Yeah.
And I dived. I only went the front island. That's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I started off on this side, and I went round through the middle.
Yeah.
And round the back. And every say 100 metres, I just jumped off. I had my goggle and snorkel.
Yeah.
No flippers.
Yep.
And I just swam down and had a look around, and all I could see was weed, and I knew that there'd be some sort of fish just looking up going, what's he up there?
Yeah, or looking behind you going, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I didn't see much out there.
Yeah.
There are some that have been out there spearfishing.
Yeah. Walking back. Walk back through here. See how we go. It's always good tracking. I like walking through the estuaries and the waters. So this is where the whiting might be. I could actually put this little pippy lure on here and give it a go in the estuaries, go up the back. Which I might do that actually. Stand by, get another master stroke by the shagger. We'll see how this goes. Cheers, team. Okay, so we'll go for a walk here. The water's pretty warm. It's running out the estuary. And we'll go through a little bit of a bream through here. Don't expect much of the back of the estuary here. Always good for an explore, isn't it? Always good for an explore. See what it can produce. Your lure's in the water, your bait's in the water, you're always got an opportunity. Got to just plan the day, plan the tides, and plan where you're going to fish. Look at this. Just planning your work, plan where we're going, how to fish, what lures. Bloody fantastic.